Hi, welcome to Entreaty. Doing something a little different video today. I am in Canada visiting with my friend Carol. This is Carol, and we're in her beautiful backyard shooting this video. And so, just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about how we met and some things. And who knows where this will go. But I've been in Canada for 6 days, and we've had some fun trips. The first day I was here, we went to Niagara Falls, and I only have one word to describe that. It was majestic. It was so absolutely majestic, and something to see. Yeah.
And it was fun for me to see Niagara Falls again, but through Rhonda's eyes, because I don't know, it's fun to see her excitement, and it was just a great day. And how far did we walk?
6 miles.
Yeah, whatever that. Oh, look at that! Now my hair's falling out.
We've got
How much better could this be?
we have a hair. We've had a little bit of technical problem here, and now our hair's falling down. But I met Carol 2 years ago. We were in the original launch, the first one that Mel Robbins did. And we kind of knew each other because, we kind of ended up being that group that shared a lot or posted a lot or whatever. And then about 18 months ago, we decided to be accountability partners. And so we just kind of were keeping each other accountable to do our daily 15 minutes and work on our stuff. And out of that, we became really good friends. And through that process, because I was doing whole food eating, she has done that for several years, and she kind of schooled me on how to eat whole foods. And if I had questions or about what I was to eat or how to cook or any of that sort of stuff, or where to find stuff. Sometimes
Sometimes that's hard.
yeah, it
Mhm.
is. And so she has a YouTube channel that she's firing up and about whole food eating and whole life living.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm into the whole life living, um, and then I kind of, she had some trauma in her background, and through just getting to know each other and working and I helped her through some of that. So we kind of decided that we'd do a video, and we went the other day. We went to Lake Huron, and during the trip, well, before we went to her daughter's and had donuts and coffee. Now that is not whole food eating.
Yeah, not whole food eating.
No, we fell off the wagon.
Yeah, hard.
And so I learned something new about whole food eating, that if you eat, she said, I have some nuts, eat some of these and it'll help, lower the blood spike and the sugar spike, and help kind of, with the inflammation. And I didn't have a clue, and she was educating me about.
Yeah, so I took the nuts because I always have to have nuts with me and water and that kind of stuff. And I took them because I thought we went on an empty stomach. So, and we had already had coffee at home, and then we were going to have coffee and these wonderful donuts from Boxcar Donuts in London, Ontario. They're just fancy. There was one that was some hibiscus and lime, and then we
really
had to
good.
have her do taste a Canadian maple donut.
Mhm.
And then there was something with butterscotch,
Yeah,
and there was,
caramel,
that's it, something like that.
lemon.
And a cinnamon one, and there's all kinds. So my daughter got a box of donuts, cut them all in four, and there was four of us there, and we just ate little bits. But we went on an empty stomach. So we'd already had 2 coffees each. Then we went there, and we got another coffee and ate these donuts. And like, we all loved eating them, but you kind of feel like,
Ugh.
ugh, after.
Ugh.
So I said, I got to eat some nuts and have some water, because the nuts do, the protein. Ideally, you have it before and you have your sugar after your
Something
protein, because that helps keep the sugar as level as possible. But anyway, we did it backwards, and whatever. We still had a fun day.
It still helped.
Mhm.
Yeah, it still helped. So I learned some, still learned some more information.
Yep.
Because she's very informative and very knowledgeable about whole food eating. And
Aren't you
so,
sweet?
I learned a lot. And so, I was just going to have her talk a little bit about the process that she went through with me, because when I coach people, one of the things I do is if there's stuff and they're carrying around from their past, it needs to be cleaned out, because you can't put new stuff on top of old stuff. You have resentments or you have some stuff going on. It's just like cleaning out a closet. You can't make room for new stuff until you kind of clean out some old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the same concept, I think, emotionally and mentally, and we carry that stuff physically too. Oh yeah, it affects us physically.
Well, I knew it was affecting me physically, mentally. I was just trying to make these changes in my life, and even though I was making these positive changes, I wasn't really feeling better because I was still carrying around resentment from things that had happened in my past. I was stalked when I was in my 20s. That turned out bad. I had a wandering husband at the time. And then I was in a job that it wasn't the right fit for me. This job was not the right fit for me. And there were some personality issues and things going on. And I was getting angrier and angrier all the time. And I just thought, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of this job. So I started talking to Rhonda about it, and she was telling me that you've got to get this resentment out. You've got to deal with it, because no matter what you do, you're not going to feel any improvement unless you do. So that included writing a letter, explaining, and I wrote a letter to each one of the people that I had these issues with. So each letter that I wrote, and the first one was 13 pages long, I just let her dangle, like got all the shit out, got it all out. And I did meditation on that subject of letting go of trauma, letting go of anger and resentment and all of that stuff. And then I took the letter out the back and lit it on fire and watched. It was very, I don't know what the word is, but it's like you're watching this letter go up in flames. And as it's going up in flames and the words are disappearing, the paper's disappearing, you can just feel that the pain and all the shit going away with the smoke, just gone. And it's because I was taught how to pay attention to what was really bothering me, right? And sorry, I gotta fix this hair, it's driving me nuts. You can't just write a letter and burn it and poof, your problems are gone. You have to do that work. You have to sit and think, what is it about this that's really bothering me? Like, why have I carried this for so long? Why haven't I let it go? And by the way, carrying stuff like that for years causes disease in the body. It really does. And so we have to deal with our stuff. We have to deal with it and get it out. And so when I did that meditation, I came out and I was ready and I lit the stuff on fire and I watched the smoke go over the house and thought, there go my problems, and I'm never bringing them back. I'm never bringing that stuff back again.
Yeah, and one of the things when I work with people doing this, in my coaching, is I tell them, it's an unsent letter, and while you're burning it, you look at the fire and you tell yourself, if I want to take that back, I have to stick my hand back in the fire and to really release it to the universe or God or whatever, that smoke that you're releasing, it's a release, it's a visual of what you're really doing emotionally and mentally. And, like you said, watching the words burn and all of that. And that thought process of doing that, you actually release.
Yeah, it really does. And I felt lighter. I felt lighter and sort of giddy in my mind, like on a cloudy day when the sun breaks through and you all of a sudden feel happier. But I felt lighter, like physically lighter. And it was just such a good feeling. And then, you're wanting to replace the resentment and the anger and the frustration, all that stuff with love. I just want love in my life. Love from my friends, my family, my dog, my neighbors,
Mhm.
like, and the only way you can have space for that is to get rid of that other shit.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
it gone.
Yeah, and she talked about meditation, and I really, using that along with this, it, you kind of tap into your subconscious through meditation, and you don't really know a lot of times those limiting beliefs or that negative beliefs that cause the negative self-talk and the icky feelings and the unproductive behavior and everything comes from your beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
And so through that process of you list those beliefs, and then on the opposite, then you list, uh, you ask yourself, is this true? It's like, me saying, well, I can't make videos, I can't do YouTube, I don't know how to do that stuff. And I change that belief. Is that true? Oh no, I can figure it out.
Yeah,
I can figure
and
it
we
out.
did. We
And
did.
we have.
We both wanted
Oh,
to do that, and I'm doing it too. And if other people can do it,
we can do it.
we can do it.
We sure can.
And we just had to figure out how to do it.
That's right.
And
we
we're having
have.
fun doing it.
Yeah.
And now we're going to be sharing
Yeah.
her video on my thing and my video
Yeah.
on
And
hers,
so
hopefully.
that's why we kind of wanted to sit down and do this. And we wanted to meet in person. We've been talking for 6 months about doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about meeting somewhere. We've talked about, and finally it was like, I had the opportunity to come here. So
She said, I'm coming to your house in August. That's
Yeah.
how it happened. And I'm
It
like,
is,
okay,
yeah.
let's go.
And her husband have been gracious hosts.
Hmm.
They had this big barbecue in my honor last night, and
Yep.
it was great. There was her best friend and her daughters and their husbands and babies and the neighbors and
Yep.
it was just her sister and her husband, and they showed up, and we had a great time, and they got a little taste of Texas because I did some cooking.
Yep.
Yeah.
The lady who was the, honoree spent half the time in the kitchen.
Well, but
Not necessarily. Well, no, we weren't eating whole food yesterday. A couple things, but
there was some healthy stuff in there.
some.
Mhm.
There was some.
There's a nice
But basically, we've
kale
fallen off the
salad
wagon, and
quinoa salad,
yep,
quinoa chickpea salad,
Mhm.
and
Yep.
we had some of those. So
Yep.
it wasn't just completely. In the ribs.
we didn't completely blow it, but
No.
we've had some fun.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
we've had some fun.
So,
And yesterday, being that we're into personal development, we thought everybody come as who you want to be in 5 years' time. So Rhonda came as the Rhonda Llama, the woman of wisdom, and an author. She made a fake book cover. I made a fake book cover, and because I want to be an author, and I'm writing a book slowly. And I did a silver YouTube. I don't even know the plaque for having over 100,000 subscribers. I just put foil on a thing and did a red arrow, and one of my daughters came with a plastic house key because they want to be homeowners. A couple people, 3 of them were retirees.
your other daughter wanted to be a professor.
Yes, my other daughter wanted to be professor, and her husband, dad of the year. What did Brinley do, or Teddy? Somebody wanted to be, I don't know, something. I forget. I was
Yeah.
supposed to know it, and then nobody ever showed me.
And your sister and her husband were retired, and
Yep.
he had on his Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah. It was fun.
And her husband was going to be retired as a fisherman, and he had
Yeah.
a hat with a bass sticking out both
Yeah.
sides. So cute. And
Yeah.
a Bass Pro Shop shirt.
Yeah.
So it was really fun, but that's, you get people to thinking about that stuff.
And
Yeah.
look what's come out of the fact that you and I, each separately, wanted to make improvements to our lives. And then we got in this group, whittled it down, and now we're learning from each other. And we've got this friendship going on.
Yeah.
And it's just how my life has changed in the last 4 years is amazing. And I am not stopping now.
Right?
Right? I'm not
Right.
stopping now.
We just got started.
We did.
Yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed this. The one thing that I don't really like about Canada is this humidity, and it makes
She's
my
stuck with
hair
it.
go Janis Joplin on me. But and I've been schooled in the proper use of the word a. I'm going to take that home with me.
Yep.
And I have me a bag of ketchup chips in there.
Right.
Haven't tried them yet. I need to try those.
And your, as she calls them, Doritos. The which kind? There's sweet chili heat and jalapeno.
But they, my husband told me they had those in the States,
Yeah.
but I just hadn't noticed them.
And she hadn't had a caramel bar, so now even though it's junk food, I'm like, you have to try this.
Yep. So they've learned a few Texas terms for me.
Yes,
so.
we have. I know what a cup towel is right now. If you don't know, because you're Canadian, you're going to have to
towel.
ask.
Mm-hmm.
Cup
That's
towel.
Right. You got to have a
Ask
cup
me
towel.
later.
All right. So it's been really fun, and y'all may hear some more about my adventures in Canada. And hope you enjoyed this. And remember to be you on purpose.